Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our Wednesday where we share words of wisdom. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kalia Patton. I'm praying that your Wednesday is going super duper well. And I hope that you are making a lot of progress, doing a lot of things that you wanting to do today. So we're going to go on and spin off this topic. And this topic is going to be kind of like I'm not going to say twofold. Well, I guess I can say twofold. So one of those shoot from the hip topics again. I like doing those because it's just kind of God inspired. So I just kind of flow with whatever God gives me. Shooting from the hip, as they say. But the title of the topic is Respect Yourself. Don't disrespect yourself. Okay? And if I could spin it off with something else, I would say represent yourself. Don't disrepresent yourself. So we're just going to go with respect and represent. When you're respecting yourself, you're respecting who you are as an individual, your qualities, your giftings, your abilities, all of that tied into one. You're respecting who you are as an individual. You're not trying to compare yourself or be like this person, that person, but you're just respecting who God has called you to be, and being confident in that person, being confident in that grace that God has given you, because God has given all of us a measure of grace. And that measure of grace allows us to function and operate in what He has placed within us. No, I'm not like so-and-so. No, I'm not like brother so-and-so or sister so-and-so. But I am who God has called me to be. And I respect myself. I respect myself. I respect my standards and who I'm portraying myself to be, because I'm not living a lie. I'm not living a double life. This is who I am each and every day, all day, every day. This is who I am. So I respect myself. I respect my space. I respect my privacy. I respect my environment. I respect where I go and in what capacity that I operate in the places that I go. I respect that. I respect that I wear many hats. You see, I respect the fact that, in certain areas, I operate and flow this way. In certain other areas, I may operate and flow in a different way. I respect that. I respect that about myself. I can respect my limitations because we all have some limitations about ourselves, but that only challenges us to grow. It only challenges us to mature and to come up. So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with limitation? Because if we all had it all together, we wouldn't need one another. We wouldn't need the encouragement. We wouldn't need to be edified. We wouldn't need God. Okay, let's just lay it out on the table. We would need God. So we know that there are areas where we need to come up. There are areas where we're needing to grow. We respect that. Respect that about yourself. Respect where you are. Respect where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Respect where you've been. Because those were lessons learned. That's why you're here in this space right now. That's why you're right where you are. Because you had to respect the fact that you had a past, and your past experiences taught you valuable lessons that you dare not forget. And those valuable lessons, some of those lessons you have had to take them and apply them to your now. So we're talking about respecting, and as you respect yourself, you ought to respect others. Respect other space, respect their qualities, their abilities, who they are, what they bring to the table. Everybody's not going to be everything. You can't be all things to all people. We try, don't we? We try to be all things to all people, but we will disappoint a lot of folk because guess what? They want you to be who they want you to be. And you can only be who God calls you to be. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? You can only be the people who God has called you to be the people. You can't fake the funk. You can't put on a facade. You can't, because that fizzles out over a period of time. You pretending to be a person. You pretending to be something that you're not. You wearing a smile and then inside you all broken up, and you want to convince people that this is how you are all day, every day. That's not true. Some days you're angry. Some days you're feeling down and out, disappointed, discouraged. Some days you feel joyful. Yes. But we are human, and human requires you to operate in all types of emotions, because you're just not going to be on a happy tangent all day, every day, 100%. And people like that is like a irritation to me, because you're not being true to yourself. You're not being true. You're not always happy. Come on, don't play that with me. Every time I see you I'm blessed in the Lord, and you're not like that every day, because you go home and see the person that you are at home. That's who you are. That's who you are all day, every day. That's your real you right there. And that's what people need to see. People need to see you, the real authentic you, and they can learn how to respect you. And like I said, we got to respect ourselves, and we just have to respect others. We have to respect others, whether they have learned the lessons of respecting themselves or whether they haven't learned those lessons. But we still have to respect one another. Now, when we talk about representation, this is what I mean when I'm talking about representation. Because if you're representing something, if you're a part of a business, if you're a part of an organization, if you're a part of a family, you represent that business, that corporation, that group, that family. You represent. So when you step out, baby, you better step out representing. You feel what I'm saying? You better step out representing where you come from. Okay? Your name means something. That last name means something. You step out, they know you are what? A Winters, a Patton, a Collins, a Reddit, a Walker, a Bryant. They know who you are, because there's certain qualities that you have. There are certain attributes that you portray, that when you step out and when people see you, they know who you are, because you represent well. You see what I'm saying? And as citizens, as children of God, we represent who? We represent God. So when you step out, people should see traces and characteristics of God in you. They should see those abilities and features come out of you. You shouldn't have to say a word. Your walk means it all. Your walk is everything. The way you come into the room is everything. The way you dress is everything. You know what I'm saying? The confidence in what you bring to the table when you don't even have to say any words is everything. Because you represent. And baby, you better represent when you go out. And I oftentimes see people not representing. And it's sometimes it's sad, and it's how can I put these words? It's disappointing, and it's disgraceful in some instances, because people will represent in the most distasteful way. They will represent in the most disgraceful way, and they bring shame to their family, and they bring shame to God, and they bring shame to the organization, and they bring shame to their family, to their spouse. There is no way. I'm married. My last name is Patton. So I'm representing the Pattons, and I'm also representing the Winters, and I'm also representing the Parker Knightons, because that's all in my gene and my makeup. So when I step out, I'm not playing. When I step out, I don't put a shame to my family, because I'm married and I have children. They watching me. So I'm representing. I'm representing when I go out. I don't bring shame to my husband. I don't go out wearing raunchy, scrunchy stuff. Now, I may wear it around the house. Catch that. I may wear it in the bedroom. Catch that. But you're not gonna see me going out wearing raunchy, scrunchy stuff so that other men can look at me and see what my husband looks at when we in the intimate parts of our home, wherever that may be. You see what I'm saying? So I'm representing when I step out, because I don't need that type of attention going on with me, unless I'm flaunting, unless I'm being flirtatious, unless I'm being lustful. Because some women walk around, or some men, I'm not gonna just say women, men walk around with a lustful spirit on them. And what I mean by that is that it's the way you move in your dress. It's the way you walk in that suit that draws a type of attention that brings about a lustful spirit. And people see that spirit on you. People see certain types of spirits on you because of the way you carry yourself. And then you know how people say you wear those clothes? Are those clothes wearing you? Which one is it? You don't want to be found carrying a certain spirit that draws men and lures them out of the will of God, or that draws women or lures women out of the will of God, because our bodies are temples. We represent God. We represent Christ. We represent our families. We represent our spouses. We're representing our extended families, where we came from. We represent our companies. We representing. So there's a way you carry yourself, and there's a way that you conduct yourself. You just can't be loosey goosey. You can't be styled, profiled guy that just want to attract each and every woman that's in the room, because you got this cologne on and you looking so nice and put together, well put together. That you got all this arrogance and confidence that you almost daring somebody to look at you, because you the stuff, because from the head to the toe you got it all together. You better watch that, because you representing something, and we don't want to represent the wrong type of thing. You don't want to bring attention to yourself in areas where it's going to cause people to sin, or cause people to fall, cause people to not move inside of their truth, because you're being untruthful, because you're walking in error, because you're not representing Christ. And that's who we should be representing. If you represent Christ, I guarantee you everything about you is going to fall in line. And then everyone else that you represent that is connected to you, or that you're connected to, it will be a smooth sailing situation. Everything will fall in its proper place, just like puzzles. Puzzles fit. There's a certain way that puzzles fit, and you just cannot just plug two pieces together and think they're going to fit. No, there's a pattern. There's a way. There's a design. And you got to be able to lay out all the puzzle pieces and put those pieces in the areas where they need to go. So don't get it twisted. We're not in this thing to disrespect and misrepresent. Okay? So we should not misrepresent ourselves. We should not misrepresent other people. But we should be in a position where we representing well. You know what I'm saying? Check yourself. Check yourself at the door. Check yourself before you leave a place. Check your attitude. Check your motives. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people can and present themselves a certain way, but in their heart, their motive, their attitude, their disposition is wrong. Is wrong. You can sometimes you can pick up on it. as time goes on. But some people they have a good way of hiding how they truly feel, or hiding what their true motives are. So represent yourself. Don't disrepresent yourself. Respect yourself. Don't disrespect yourself. There's so much of that going on out here in the world. It's so much of that, and there's so many different lines of that. You're looking at social media outlets. You're looking to all kind of avenues where there is misrepresentation going on, where there is disrespect going on. Women disrespecting themselves because they're trying to get a certain type of man, or men disrespecting themselves because they're trying to get a certain type of woman. It just never ends. But being true to yourself, if you respect yourself and you can represent yourself, you're going to be true to yourself. That speaks truth in all areas. You will be true to yourself when you can represent yourself well, and when you can respect yourself well. So that's our Wow Wednesday for today. I hope and pray that it was something that I said that has encouraged and inspired you in such a way that you're going to look and reflect on yourself and say, I need to respect myself. There are certain things that I just won't tolerate. There are certain things that I'm just not going to go along with just to get along. I'm going to represent myself to the fullest. I'm going to respect who I am, what I bring to the table. I'm not going to tolerate anything. And when I represent, I'm not just looking at myself. I'm looking at the one that has sent me, the one whose name that I carry, and who I follow, and who I've chosen to follow. I'm going to represent him or her, or I'm going to represent my God, my Lord, my Savior. So this is our Wow Wednesday, you all. Take it, apply it to your life. Reflect on this now. Reflect on it. Think about it. Think about some areas in your life where you have misrepresented yourself and you have disrespected yourself. Let's challenge ourselves. Respect yourself. Represent yourself. All right, you all. See you next time for another Wow Wednesday. Love you. God bless you. All right. Bye-bye.